Hi, ladies. I wanted to welcome you to my Facebook page, my business page. Have a look around if this is your first time. If it's not, again, welcome. My name is Camille McClellan again. I help women with autoimmune or chronic conditions, women who are very busy, who don't have time to figure things out themselves. And there can either be entrepreneurs or business women just really looking to hone in and improve their health and their wellness in all aspects of life. So I wanted to just come on today to talk about a couple of holistic therapies I think will work excellent for women who have hormonal imbalances. I think this is something that we all struggle with, whether it's in our 20s, 30s, 40s, up till our 50s. We always cycle differently. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about uh, hormonal imbalances, how it can affect you, why it does, and various ways that you can tap into to help yourself in a more gentle and effective way. So in this video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about hormonal imbalances. Again, when you are in your 20s and your 30s, we just often know that our menstrual cycle is coming. There are times that we are a little emotional than usual, and or our hormonal our menstrual cycle could be off or irregular or a little too flu flowing a little too much. So it when we go to our OBGYN, as we go into our late 30s and 40s, we are often shocked about this word called perimenopause. And it's always great to educate yourself, especially if you're in your 20s and your 30s, especially in your 30s now, 35, 37, and you don't know that word. Even if you are in your late 30s or in your 40s, it's always good to hear these words and perimenopause and get to understand what that is, because sometimes I've often heard that when women go to their OBGYN and talk about these symptoms that they're eventually having through their cycle, they start to say, well, what is that? And their OBGYN said, well, you're probably in perimenopause now. And they're thinking, well, what is that? And they're just shocked about the word and what it could mean and why they're in that part of life. And it's just a phase going into menopause, which is basically the end of our cycle, and that's when you just transition into a different part of your life. It's not something that is, oh my goodness, life is ending, and it's just different phases and different transitions that we go through. And it's always great to know this, especially ahead of time, so you can prepare your body and you can understand the adjustments that it's going through, and so you're not shocked and saddened by the different transitions that we all go through, or we all have to go through in life. So we talk about what are hormones, and hormones are basically a part of the endocrine system. I won't go through it in detail and bore you to death, but we have these glands in our body. We've all heard about the pituitary gland. It's the master gland. And we have the thyroid gland. We also have the adrenal glands. Stress, it's related to stress oftentimes, and cortisol is one of those stressful or stress hormones that are released during the times of stress. And then we have the ovaries and the testes. These are all glands that release chemicals into the blood. Then these receptors from different organs pick up these chemicals and, help the various organs function at an optimal level. That's basically all what I'm going to go through about these hormones. And then if they go out of balance, then our body usually goes through these emotional uh, fluctuations in life, anxiety, depression, irritability. Then we get weight gain and dryness and on our skin, hair loss, unable to sleep, fatigue, various different symptoms that we have as we transition through our cycle. Oftentimes these symptoms are variously the same as you go through your menstrual cycle and then your perimenopause and menopause, and then they are much different. Various differences with menopause as opposed to a woman who is fertile in her years are the estrogen and progesterone, where it goes a little lower, much lower as we age. So oftentimes we hear about hormone replacement therapy, birth control pills to level our hormones or to inhibit them. Various different therapies, and it might be synthetic, where it's conventional medicine is often used, or you can go with a more holistic approach. It's really up to you, but it's also very good for your doctor to give you some insight on it, and you can also talk to them about it, and then you can choose your path for yourself. So I just wanted to talk to you about the various ways, and therefore there are many other four, but there are four that I think will work very well for women with hormonal imbalances. One of the ways is food. Anti-inflammatory diets are so great for us, especially if we are cycling, and these cycles are just up and down, up and down, up and down. And foods high in fiber can help us eliminate a lot of the toxins because of these stressful environments that we have going for us. Doesn't work very well for us. So hormonal imbalances are really due to a lot of the toxin buildups from the environment, and usually in our bodies as well. If the liver is not functioning to its appropriate level, as we know, the hormones are removed by the liver, and it's a great way to start using fatty acids or coconut oil, avocado oil, avocados, seeds, nuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. Great way to help rid the body because it's high in fiber, a lot of these foods. Okay, so I would recommend foods to go as your go-to source first and foremost. Second is I would always recommend homeopathy because it's just something I love. I've done it extensively for a couple of years and learned it, and I love it, and I think it's just a safe, gentle, and effective way to support the immune system and bring your your organs functioning optimally. So homeopathy is often specialized, individualized medicine, so it's very hard for me to say one medicine might work for you for hormonal imbalances might not work for someone else. So again, I'm just giving you some basic therapies. Holistic therapies is what I call them, that can actually help you transition through these the various parts of your life. And then we talk about often, but it's always important to talk about it again and again, is stress relieving exercises, which are breathing, deep breathing, meditation. And again, this is simply like yoga and tai chi. So whichever that helps you move, keep moving, because again, as we age, that's another cause of hormonal imbalances, and the other causes are related to stress and being overweight or a leaky gut or food allergies. But this can actually cause the body to unable to remove a lot of the toxins out of the body. So age is a factor where the liver gets our organs get very sluggish at times. That's why we have to exercise more as we get older, because everything gets slows down basically. So then another holistic therapy I recommend is herbal medicine. This is another energetic vibrational type of medicine. Homeopathy is more of dilutions over time. They succuss and dilute, and the more you dilute, the more potent the medicine is. But in herbal medicine, it's wonderful. It's energetic type of holistic or natural herbs released from plants and from their roots and leaves and stems, and they are often grounded up and seeped in some type of tincture, or you can drink it in a tea or a capsule. And I really recommend things like ashwagandha. It's excellent for relieving stress that's related to hormonal imbalances. Again, this helps with the adrenal glands. And then things like holy basil. These are adaptogens that actually help you balance your body at a fantastic level. And what's so great about it is that they're so gentle to use. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about that. I talked about the foods, which are fatty acid foods, foods high in omega-3. Great way to help balance those hormones. And then I mentioned homeopathy and herbal medicine. And then I also mentioned movement, which is deep breathing, meditation, and yoga, tai chi, even walking. So these are just various gentle ways to start helping you educate yourself a little more with holistic, is what I call them, holistic therapies, to help you transition through these various stages of your life, being as a woman in your 20s, your 30s, 40s, and on up 50s. So I just wanted to come on here, talk to you about those 4 holistic approaches for autoimmune, for hormonal imbalances. And thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next time. Take care, and thank you.